Your story matters. It matters a lot, and in this video we're going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you about the impact it's going to have, and I'm going to tell you the reasons you need to make sure you get your story right in your mind to help you win. So let's go. So I'm Joe Noya. I'm here to help you feel inspired every day, to take you forward, to live your best life. And today we're talking about your story. Your story matters. A lot of us tell a story about ourselves all the time in our heads. It's a constant, repetitive narrative. And this comes a lot from the people we speak to, we're with, the environment we surround ourselves with. And your story dictates how you get on in life, how you succeed, how you win, how you fail and get back up again. Because everything you tell yourself is going to be your life. Wherever your circumstance now, wherever you are, you're creating it. You're creating it through the power of your thought, and your thoughts are your stories. So you might have had bad experiences in the past, you might be going through a bad experience right now, and the way you change your story, the way you make your story empower you, is to make sure that you bring a story that's going to help you push through, to know that things will pass, to know that things you are going to fail, to know you're going to fail, to know you're going to sometimes feel terrible, but it will pass. And the good thing about an empowering story is in those moments where you feel down, where you feel alone, where you feel I haven't got enough, you can dig into reserves. You can dig into reserves you never thought possible. But you've got to try, you've got to keep developing that story. Now, I had a story myself. I had a story back in the day. If you go back to the InspirationNation podcast, the link's below, go check it out, episode 1. And I had a story about that I couldn't do much, I wasn't making an impact, I didn't feel I was making an impact. And this led to a thing that I wasn't of service to the world. I just wasn't worth anything. I wasn't, giving value to anyone. I didn't feel like I was serving. I didn't feel like I was making any progress, and that I was stuck, and that I was in the same direction. And that's why I've got into this. I want to show you that it's possible. I want to help you know that if you're going through depression, or you're going through very sad times, or if you're going through a space where it's very, very difficult, that there is a way through. That there is a way you can do it. Now, for me, it was discovering self-development. For me, it was like creating new stories in my mind. But at the time, I didn't realise what that was. I was studying coaching, talking about coaching, and I had to realise what coaching was, and I really didn't understand it. So it took a lot of research, it took a lot of dedication for me to find out how this worked, what was it, what is it that released it. And it's an absolute superpower, coaching, in terms of moving you forward and getting you to look at your stories and examining them, and moving you from right now to the place where you want to be. And that's why I think it's so empowering. That's why I want to share that with you. So those are sorts of stories which will hinder you or help you. So you can have an empowering story, you can have a disempowering story. And these are so important times, especially now we're in the middle of this difficult time where everybody's on a similar or the same playing level. This is the time though, this is the best time. This is the best time to create your best story. Think about if something you were like got through this time and you were like creating, you were like pushing yourself, like maybe you're getting more exercise, maybe you'll create more video, maybe you'll create more content. I know what I'm doing, I'm to create more content to help you get to where you want to be. And that's my purpose, that's my mission, that's where I believe that I was put on this planet to do, right? If you go to our website, you're not here to make up the numbers, right? You're here to make a difference. And your stories will dictate that. That's a story in itself. So I write this for me, right? I'm not here just to make up numbers, I'm here to make a difference. And this is what I'm telling myself. So these videos are as much for me as they are for you. So when I can look back, I can go, yeah, I've grown. Yeah, I've made progress. It's almost like a journal, a video journal. But I want, through these stories, I want through these videos to inspire you into something that you can feel, you can step into. You can evolve into the person that you want to become, but it all starts with your thoughts here. A lot of the I can'ts, I won't be able to do that. You need to change those words. Another thing that's really important is to change your language about what you do. So if you say I can't, guess what? You put that level on. You put I can't. Once you say I can't, there's no possibility. You can't go past it. So what could I do? I can't yet. Is a good one. So you can't yet because you're getting better. you're improving. I won't do that, I can do that, or I can't do that yet. These are the best ways. So whatever you speak will come into how you behave, because our subconscious here in the back doesn't care what you feed it. You could feed it, I can't do this, I can't do it, and guess what? You're not going to do it. Your brain is not going to help you out. It's going to say you can't do it. So I'm not going to create a plan for you. If you say I can't yet, but I'm striving towards it, I'm going towards it, then that's a story, right? Your brain says, oh, okay, there's a bit of possibility. It goes into the subconscious, and the subconscious starts to develop plans. So even this morning, to help me sort of keep my story going, to evolve my story, I do my morning routine, I do journaling, I do meditation. And even this morning, this video came to me. I was meditating, and because the story of change, but I can, and I want to do these things, and I want to do the videos, and I want to help people, I want to inspire people into their, to their best selves. I'm meditating, and suddenly the story content study came to me. I started getting my phone out, and I started typing away, and this is where this was born. You see, this is all back in my subconscious, because what I've created now, all the website, the podcast, all the daily videos, this video, all comes out of that story. If I said I can't do it, this would never exist. None of this would ever come out. So that's why these stories are really empowering. You're going to connect with people you wouldn't have connected before because of your story, because of the way you come up, because of the way you interact, right? And this all becomes out of your story. It all comes out of you believing in you. A lot of times when you're going through these difficult times, it's because you've lost belief in yourself. You've lost the value in you, right? You've lost, I can't add any value. You can. Every human being on this planet has a value to add. You're just thinking you can't add value. You're just thinking you haven't got the confidence. You're thinking that no one will listen to me. Let me tell you this, your story matters. If you're going through a really difficult time, your story, you getting through that will empower something. And we talk about something where your painful moments will provide you with your purpose, with your stage, your platform where you will bring others. So I'm going to give a shout out to Bella Marciano. We connected on Twitter, and she's got a great story. Go over to Bella Marciano on Twitter, and she got a YouTube. But she suffered from domestic violence, right? She's sharing her story, but through that story, she's helping others. Yes, it's difficult for her to share her story. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult to recount. But through that, through her honesty, through her authenticity, she's helping people. She's recognised, helping people say, hey, if you're suffering, there is ways out. There's ways to do it. So if you're suffering that, I encourage you to go and check it out. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below. So that's what I mean by the stories. These help. So my story was my depression, but helped me into this. Bella's one is about domestic violence and the difficult times she went through. So this is what it's about. This is what this is a thing about. So I hope you're going to get a lot of traction from this. This is where you have to take some action now. You have to step out. So you need to pause this video. You need to go, okay, so what's the first thing I could do? Okay, so what is your current story? What is the story that you're actually telling yourself right now? I want you to take half an hour just to put it down, write it all out. What are your limiting beliefs? What are the values that don't serve? It could be that I'm not confident. I can't do what I want to do. I can't do a video. I can't get a job. So what is it? Put out all those I can'ts. And what I want you to do then is through those I can'ts, I want you to start saying, what can you start to do? What is the smallest step you could take to start to change it? So I could begin to start doing X. I could begin to start looking towards being confident. I'm not confident yet. So this is how you start to change how you speak. So when you go out to speak to people, you can start to evolve that story. So write it out. Whether it's the most saddest story in the world, I don't care. Write it out, and then you're going to start to change it bit by bit. You're going to start to change it into an empowering story, a story where you're going to try every day to change how you're thinking, change how you're speaking, okay? So you write that out. The second thing I want you to do is to start to take that story and start to evolve it. But what I want you to do is create a vision. So I want you to create a vision for your life. And what this means, take another half an hour out of your day, right? And we are in the middle of a pandemic, right? So you have some time. Don't tell me you haven't got time. If you want to get better, you've got to put in the work. It's not going to happen without you putting the work, okay? So you put a vision. So I want you to do, take 30 minutes out of your day, and I want you to write out how you want your life to be. What would be your ideal life? And I want you to just strip back all the barriers. I want you to strip back all the things that you think holding you back. Don't put, I ain't got the money for this, I ain't got the resource for that. No, scratch that. Just start with, what would your life want to be like if you had all the resources in the world that you needed? I want you to write something out that's going to be truly inspiring. So when you're reading it, the reason for these two things is to, one, to change your story, and to two, to create a vision. Because when you're feeling that you can't do things, is you can tap into your vision and you can start to look back at the story you're starting to change. I did that, I started to change it, and that will start to give you belief, and that will start to give you inspiration to keep moving forward. I don't care whether you just take a little step, so it could be a 0.1%, a 0.2%, but so long as you're doing something every day to move you forward, that's the key. So even if you don't feel like it, that's when you should do it. So even if you don't feel like examining your story, you should do it. Even if you don't feel like creating a vision, you should do it. So start writing. So for me, even last night, I wrote my blog. I didn't feel like writing the blog, but that's the testing time. So I got my laptop out and I started writing. I just started writing, and then as you start writing, things come to you. And that's because of the story, but it all goes back to your story, right? You've got to look at your story. You've got to evolve your story. You create it, no one else, right? You create your reality through the stories that you tell yourself every single day. I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect. I'm perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. I can't release it because it's got to be absolutely perfect. No, scratch that. You've got to just do things because it's not going to be perfect. Even though I created a slide, I sent it to someone who needed to look at this, right? And they didn't like it. They said, "Oh, I've changed a bit." They changed the whole slide. But that's okay. That's my learning, right? I've now learned from that. I've gone, okay, this is what they wanted. Because I didn't have a clear picture of what they wanted. So these small things, it's the small things that add up over time make a big difference. So that sort of thing, now before I'd be really sort of centered about it. So I'm not sensitive about it anymore because it's growth, because I've recognised that that's learning, that's part of me to grow, and this is what I want you to do from this video. Those things I've asked you to do are part of your learning. If you get any feedback, it's part of your learning, but don't add it to your story that you're no good, they told me I'm rubbish. Scratch that. You're not rubbish. You're not rubbish. You are worth something. You are a human being made with everyone else, just like me, just like anyone else who's made it a massive success. They're exactly the same as you. All they've done is they've changed their thoughts, they've changed their stories, and I want you to do the same. So I hope this helps. Go out, do it, change your story, change your life, make a massive impact. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please click the link here. It's a video about making yourself proud. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe right here. It'll mean a lot to me when the next video goes live. So go check it out. It's InspirationNation, and I'll see you there.